I'm here to talk about food. Say food. Food. Okay, but I have bad news for you. You see, by 2050, the world population will be at 35% increase. To feed this growing population, we have to grow more crops, twice as much as we are growing now. Most of this population growth is happening in developing countries, such as African countries. And it seems like nobody cares about this problem. But
he forgot his clicker. Only two things on his mind, food and dancing. That's how you know the Ghanaians. Look out for this Ghanaian.
Yeah, so let's continue talking about food. So you see, most of this population growth is going to be experienced in developing countries. And that's most of the countries in Africa. But nobody seems to care. But my father, my hero, my late father, he cared. He was a pineapple farmer. And he had to suffer to get inputs to his farm, to deal with middlemen, and even suffer predatory pricing on the market when he goes to sell his crops. He has to also suffer from a lot of post-harvest losses, which other farmers like him also encounter in Africa. But you see, he didn't give up. Even though pineapple as a crop can give you a profit margin of 110%, my dad didn't enjoy that luxury. And so millennials like me and my friends, we didn't want to get our hands dirty. So we like to stick to our fast cars, our fast internet, and our fast food. Yes, fast food. But meanwhile, there are factories all over the world in high demand for this food produce, for their production needs. These factories need consistent supply of quality food produce. So this is where Complete Farmer finds an opportunity. Complete Farmer is an online platform that is designed to help anyone, anywhere, farm from the comfort of their homes and help these factories meet their supplies. Now, with Complete Farmer, we have to reverse engineer the whole value chain for agriculture. We started by, first of all, taking purchase orders from these factories and knowing their requirements of crops that they want to grow. Once we have done this, we let our agronomists and farm managers calculate the production cost that it takes to grow these crops. And then we source for investment from the crowd, users from the crowd, to fund these farms, and then we supply to the factory the produce, and then we pay our users back with a return on their investments. It's just like Farmville in real life. So, this is how Complete Farmer works. You just go to our website, www.completefarmer.com. And at completefarmer.com, you sign up. Once you sign up, you get access to the dashboard. Now, the dashboard gives you real analytics of whatever is happening on your farm. And you don't have to be where the farm is to know what is going on, because we have embedded IoT systems on the field that is measuring crop data, crop health, soil conditions, and weather conditions on wherever your farm is. You also get regular updates in pictures of whatever stage your farm is at. So this is an example of a gallery, and there's land preparation being done to start a chili farm this year. Now, the opportunity is huge. In Africa alone, there is a food deficit of 35 billion per year. Ghana, my country where I come from, contributes 2.2 billion to this market. Now, our target is that in the next 3 years, we are going to be able to get a market share of $440 million per year. Yes, we are very, very ambitious about this. The reason being because the way we make our money is we take 20%, we put a 20% markup on the cost of production that we give our users. And also after harvest, when we sell to the factories, we share profits with our users. So let's say if chili, for instance, pineapple gives you 110% returns, we guarantee our users 45%, and then we take the remaining percentage in terms of revenue. And so this year, we started with our beta product. We did a beta launch, and in 4 months, we were able to make over $200,000 in revenue, farming 90 acres of farm with just 3 crops. We have also, for the next season, been able to secure 3,000 acres of farmland. Now, this farmland is to supply 3 purchase orders that we already have. So these are factories from different parts of the world that need farm produce from Africa. And so we will start production next January when the farming season starts. It's not all about the money. In the communities where these farms are, we've been able to employ 100 people with our current beta launch, and also train 30% of these people are farmers, are female farmers. We've also been able to train smallholder farmers in knowing the right protocols to cultivate. Because of our embedded systems on the farm, we are able to get enough data on the whole cultivation process. And so this makes us know how best to apply the right fertilizers, how best to apply the right pesticides, and when to do your weeding and irrigate your land. So for our seed round, we are asking for $1 million, which will end in March next year. This $1 million is supposed to help us to build more embedded systems to deploy on our farms. We've not done any marketing till date. And so going forward, to grow the business further, we want to engage in more marketing activities as well. We want to start recruiting machine learning experts and data analysts so that the data that we have will be well suited for growing specific crops in the right conditions here in Africa. We don't want to see African farmers suffering any longer. And so that's another use for the data that we collect. So next year, we plan to do 5,000 acres of farm, and we also want to complete our mobile application so that anyone, anywhere in the world can have a farm on their phone and in their pockets. And also, we are trying to do virtual reality integrations into the product when it's finally ready. This will help users come back from work, lie on their bed, and have a tour of their farm. We've already identified a collaborator here at Demo Africa to help us implement this. We also do a lot of testing, and we want to explore other industry verticals. So like pharmaceutical industries that need produce for their production, cosmetic industries. And because of this, we are currently prototyping a vertical hydroponic farm under controlled environment so that we can grow these special crops at very high quality for these industries. The reason being because these industries have a higher requirement for the produce that they buy in terms of the quality of this produce. So after we've been able to build our tech, we are ready to expand to other African markets. And it's interesting the possibilities out there for us. We've been able to secure partnerships across the whole value chain. So we have banks that we work with, insurance companies, and mechanized farm services back in Ghana. That makes us able to deliver the value that we give to our users. We have a board of corporate advisors back in Ghana that are assisting us in business development and knowing how to structure our company better. We have a strong team of the young and the young at heart. My team, Andrew is the co-founder, is the CTO. He has 7 years experience in building banking ICT systems, and he's also an embedded system engineer. Charles is a project management professional and also has 4 years experience in farming. I am a mechanical engineer, and my mission is to build efficient machines. And so farming for me is a machine that has to be efficient to provide the right crops for the right industry. And so we have also a team of agronomists, farm managers that we work with to implement this goal. We are looking for investors and for supporters and advisors to advise us on this journey. We want to digitize agriculture in Africa. Imagine being able to like your Facebook post and still be able to contribute to food security in Africa. So if you're excited about this journey and you want to join us, please see us at our booth. Thank you. I'm Desmond from Complete Farmer. Thank you.
Really good job. 200K in 4 months is an amazing rate of revenue. Couple of questions that I had. The first one was on the target market. Are we looking at like big commercial farms or?
So the target market, we started targeting middle-class citizens in Ghana. But we realized that when we posted on social media, more of the youth like us were now investing in the farms. And so majority of our users now are youth, just like us, who are also investing in the farms. And an interesting thing is that we didn't expect people out of Ghana to be investing. With the beta launch, we were just looking at the Ghanaian market. But then we started getting investments from other parts of the world, investing in farms in Africa. to me, which is very interesting, and in terms of forex exchange and the value that it brings.
Okay. And then the second question was on, so you mentioned two ways in which you make money, two sources of revenue. I got the last one where you get something on the returns when they sell the crops. What about, what was the first one?
So the first one, when we calculate the production costs, we put a markup on that the users pay to us. And so that markup is also another source of revenue.
Okay, thank you.
Well done on your presentation. I think this is a ripe market for this kind of disruption. In Ghana, I know that more than 35% of the economy is based on agriculture, so commendable job for targeting this area. I do have two questions here. My first question is related to how you plan to deal with regulations when it comes to title and land ownership, because I know that's a very big problem in Ghana, and as you expand, I think that is something that should be considered. The second question is related to users. Can you talk a little bit about the product market fit? I understand that your users are youth, but I would like to understand if that is the whole customer segment that you're targeting here.
No, so I'll take the second question first. Our customer segment is broad. We list the packages for different customer segments. So we have retirees who are going on their pension that invest in farms with us. We also have middle-class citizens looking to make an extra income who also invest in us. The reason why I mentioned youth was that was surprising, because that wasn't the market we were going after before. And then we found a lot of inflow of youth on our platform as well, which was very interesting for us. The first question about land entitlement, we also had that assumption that that was going to be a problem. So the way we've gone about getting land is to involve the communities that we get the land from. So these chiefs in these villages, which is a common practice across West Africa, we go there, we tell them we want to build you a library, and we organize a book drive to get books for the library in the school. And the chiefs are generous enough to give us, so currently the 3,000 acres of land that we have in the Afram Plains in Ghana was given to us by a chief for building a library for the community. So such community engagement makes easy access to land for us. And another reason is because farmlands are not sold in most parts of Africa. They are leased. And so we are not buying the land from the community. We are leasing it for a period of time. And once we engage the community in farming on those farms, they are okay, and it brings economic improvements to that community. And so they are willing to accommodate us. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is in regards to scale, expansion. How do you plan to grow? You mentioned that 50% you want to dedicate it to growth. Can you elaborate on that, please?
So right now, what we want to do in terms of growth is to explore other vertical markets like pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. So these are crops that we intend to grow under controlled environment and agricultural systems for these industries. And also, we want to get to the point where now these factories and suppliers will be coming to the platform to put down their orders. And so if a factory comes to my platform, puts order for maybe soya beans, and I know soya beans grows very well in Morocco, then I come and build the farms in Morocco. The farms do not have to be in Ghana. So I look for where the soil type is best for the crop, and then grow that crop. And so that's how we are envisioning the scale on the markets. Fortunately for us, with the geographical region that we are in West Africa, we are able to grow a lot of varieties of crops. Because if you look at the map, Africa has the most fertile soil in terms of sub-Saharan Africa. And so that gives us enough variety to also explore growth in those areas as well.
Thanks again for your presentation. As far as I know, the sector is very concurrential, and even if the model you're proposing is effectively disrupting, how confident are you to maintain your clients, not let them be back to the traditional way to manage their own activity?
So fortunately for us, we just finished our last production season for the year. And most of the clients have already started paying, pre-ordering for the next season. And so most of these clients are just taking the return that they have and reinvesting in new farms. And so that way we are able to retain our clients. For the factories, because we are being data-driven in meeting their requirements, also, we want to be a go-to place for them where they know, because currently they have to deal with middlemen and they have to aggregate from different buyers. And so there's a bit of logistical challenges for them and stuff. But once they are able to grow farms with us, they are sure that they are going to meet their production targets for that particular year.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
One question, last question here. So in the market that you are starting out in, one big market event is the one district, one factory policy. Yeah. So for those of folks who don't know, the current government has tried to capture growth here through creating a district in every single factory in every single district in Ghana. So I'd like to know whether you are able to capture some of those opportunities to be a supplier for any share of the 200 plus districts, if you can get any contract there.
Yeah, so currently we don't want to have too much involvement with the local government because of the local politics. But the way the government is going about building these factories is to help private entities run these factories. And so our chili pepper farm is a private company that has gone for this one district, one factory program, and he's buying chili from us. And so it helps Africa to have a processed resource that it could export. So it also helps the entire agricultural value chain as well. But we are not actively seeking for government assistance at the moment. Because once the government changes and you are associated with them and their policy, you suffer for the next government, in the next government when they come in power.
Yeah, so it was not about actually directly engaging with the government, but what you were saying is that you are directly engaged with the factories that have been brought about by the government policies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.